Hello Gemini, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 20th. No, it's not the 20th. It's the 7th to the 13th of October. We're just going to be changing up again this week. But this time we're going to be putting the messages first in the tarot reading. Then we're going to be going into the energies and seeing how the energies are affecting your Astroflower. We're going to be pulling some cards on that energy coming in close to the end, as it were. So you may want to stick around for that. But without further ado, let's bring up your Astroflower, or the Astroflower, sorry. Here we go, and we've got your overall energies. Let's see what's going on for you there. If you want a private readings, you can get a link down in the description below for a half-hour reading. You can book it up and etc. for a time that's good for you. There's a lot of passion going on, by the way, on your relationship side. I think this is generally within your life, actually. I think within your life there's a lot of passion going on. There's like a surgence of fire that is within you, and we'll see this earlier on. You've got more fire in you, Gemini, than you do actually have air, and you're one of these fall signs. Now Cancer is another one, Sagittarius is another one, which is your complete opposite, because it's a fire sign but they've got more air in their sign. And then you have Capricorn as well. So you have four signs that are false signs. And you have a lot of fire in you, and it's giving you a focal point in life, I think, here. I think within you there's a driving point of wanting to engage in life on both sides, and it's driving to a point in the future. It's almost the change is here. The change is here. You get the with the general energy that you is flowing through you. You get the Queen of Wands, beautiful fiery energy, exploring lots of different avenues, but concentrating on each one individually at the time when you're engaged in it. Being in the here and now, allowing the magic of life to really happen for you. So it's really, really nice energies. Let's just see what's going on in your karmic path here. It splits into three. This is weird. It sort of curves round like that. So it's like combining your connection with the outside world, your past self, whatever you've gone through and what you've lived in your past, and using that to your advantage. So understandings, learnings and so forth in regards to relationships. So you might have had a really good relationship when you were young, and then a really bad relationship when you were a little bit older, and then you might have been married, or you're still married, or whatever. But it's using all your past to give you a really good understanding, so you can open up the door to happiness, the contentment that goes completely through more than anything else. Okay, let's just see what's going on the universal energy. That's picking up really well. That's like playing a lot into quality rather than quantity. It's pushing out there as well. And I think this is what you need to do. I think you need to lean on life a little bit, as if to sort of say, come on, give us a bit of space, sort of scenario. Let's just see what's going on in your past self. And your past self is really solid as well. There's a lot of good, solid understanding there. Quality of character, of morals, there's a lot of things that you can really lean upon. You've got a lot of substance that goes along with you. In your future self, it's almost as if I feel like you're telling yourself, sort of kind of saying, today is a new day. And it's seeing the world with a child's eyes. If you understand what I mean, it's like seeing the world in a really, in a very pure way, really, and exploring life in a very innocent. That's the way I'm looking. Innocent way. Okay, so what's the lessons from this week here? It's like there's more than one life in a life. That's what it seems like. And it seems like you're getting another crack of the whip of life. That's what, within the relationship side there, that's what it feels like to me. See what's going on the karmic path. Yeah, you get some, look at that, beautiful. Wheel of Fortune. I think it is really blowing in your favour here. Seeing what's been going on, the energies. If you want to know and how they've been affecting your flower, we'll be looking at the end as well. Very, very particular for you, Gemini. But also what's been going on in the sun. If you want to know about that, go and see the energy updates that we do on this channel as well. That will really help you out to understand what is being influenced upon you. And I think here at the moment, the influences that are upon you allows you to stand fully in your power and put your foot on the accelerator and start spinning that wheel of fortune in your favor. Or, choosing a direction that allows that wheel of fortune to project you into a future which is much more beautiful for you. You got the Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles with the universal energies. And yeah, I think that's totally true. If you look at the Eight of Pentacles, it's really straight up and it's good quality work here. And I think you're doing good quality work. And I think the universe is sort of saying, Gemini's got it going on, and the universe, we got your back. So in regards to connections with people, I would only concentrate on the connections that give you quality returns. Don't feed into others. Make sure that there is a fair exchange, basically. Make sure that there's a fair exchange. Yeah, in the past here, this is what I was getting. In the past, you may have been carrying a little bit too much within the world and within everything that is around you. There's a lot of understanding. As I said, you have a lot of profound sort of understanding within you, and it is a lot, and you can't use it all at once. It's like a library. It's like if I went to the Akashic Library and I said, okay, I want to know about life. And the librarians kind of go, right, okay, we'll just take the library and we're going to dump it on your head. That's pretty much what happened in the beginning when I started investigating 30 years ago. But that's not possible. You can't do that. You've got to take one thing at a time. And I think you have done that. And I think you've learned a great deal. And now you've learned a great deal, you can use that ability or that knowledge and that understanding to really something that you can lean on, as I was saying earlier on, something you can really lean on. And look at that for your future self. It's the Wheel of Fortune is playing in your favor. Most certainly, Gemini, most certainly. I think there's a real... as I said, I think you're getting in a direction where you're really there's a lot of positivity that's coming into your life here, and a lot of forgiveness of life, a forgiveness of life, so you can actually enjoy it again and really explore. There's more than one life in one life. So this is all about converting ideas into reality. It's also like looking at things in a whole new way, or from small acorns, small ideas, being a very intuitive in a way, understanding your ideas and seeing how you can convert them into reality within your relationship. And I think that's part of it. I think that's a big part of it as well. You connecting with your higher self to start with, but also connecting with others that are around you. Yeah, it's certainly a directional side that you are putting out, because this is what you're putting out there in the world. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Okay, and your karmic path here, that's playing a lot more into the past, as it were. I think you're keeping things very steady. That's what it seems like on your karmic path here, is just sort of saying there is a bit of an anchor going on here. So, sometimes it's difficult to start looking for a new job because you've got the security of the job that you're already in and stuff like that. And at the moment, I think that serves you well, because I think there's something that's being reborn within your relationship side. But this anchor does slow you down. There is that side of it, and I think this, it gives you a point of reference. Yes, I can understand that, but I think you need to cut those chains with that anchor. I that's what I feel. And I think your karmic path here, it feels a little bit too. It's holding you back. You could do, you could open up and enjoy life and gain a lot more out of it if you let go and just cut the chains. Let's just see what's going on the universal energies. This is very similar to this side here. Good quality connections with people that are around you. It seems like there's a few people that you can trust when you want to float an idea with. And that may give you that notion to cut that chains from the past in order to go into something that is, something new, or something get a new job or start a new business. What's in your past here? Your past plays out to the outside world, as it were, but it plays out in a way of like it's very well stepped, like the Hierophant. It's like there's a lot of learning, there's a lot of process, there's a lot of following a map and stuff like that, which is absolutely within your power. This is what you're really, really good at. But I think you need to start applying that to sort of opening possibilities for the future. And the future here is offering you a very good, it's offering you like a flower. So a flower is not only beautiful, it's got a lovely perfume and fragrant and everything like that, but also that flower then will provide seeds for you to plant again, so then you've got even more flowers. And I think this is an opportunity that grows on you, and then maybe that's why I can understand the anchor side. It's like you're building up one side, but before you let go of that other side, this side here does need to start giving you the benefits. So it's starting a business and seeing the returns, seeing some of the returns before you let go of the job that you're doing. You do a side hustle, as it were. And then the lessons of this week here. Your happiness is in front of you and not behind you. Your happiness is in front of you and not behind you. I think that you've got to keep that in mind. And there is a revolution that is going on within you at the moment, Gemini. Look at that. On your karmic path, you get the Magician here. I do think genuinely, within your karmic path, you want to manifest something different here. You want to manifest a whole new way of doing things. And in the connection to the universe and the people that are around you, yes, there is some people, as I said, that I think that you can trust, that you can talk to. Not everyone, but I think there is certain people that you can trust, that you can talk to, that are going to help you convert emotions into reality. You've got a burning desire to do this as a business, this as a job, or, to take this path. And that's where the people around you can help you do that. And I think there's very select ones. There's not lots. There's only literally one or two. So, and in your past, I think you've known your past. I think you have a lot of, as I said, it's got like steps in it, like the Hierophant I said on here. And it's like you're sort of saying, I'm working towards it. And as I said, like the Hierophant is a bit of a process thing going on. And I think you're sort of saying to yourself, I'm working on it. I think you need to go quicker, Gemini. I think you'll be fooling yourself if you just sort of saying, oh, I'm going to get there eventually. Yeah, what, in 150 years when you're no longer here? Don't do it now. And that's your future. Look at that. You get the Judgment card. You get your calling. You have this calling upon you in the world. And I think you should start stepping up to it. It's going to provide everything. I think your calling is calling to you. And you are manifesting it, bizarrely enough. That chain or that anchor, that what you've been doing is manifesting something new. Simply because it's there. It's like when if I didn't walk my dog regularly, when he goes out, next time, if I didn't walk him for a day or 2 days, and then I went out walking with the dog, with Cody, it'd run off as if to sort of say, well, look, mate, if you're not going to take me out, I'm going. And that's what it's sort of saying, I think, here with the chain that's holding you back. It's sort of like almost forcing you to move forward without you even, wanting it maybe. And it's been on the cards for some time. But at the moment, with the type of energies that are coming through, it's creating a real revolution for you. And you get the Knight, you get the King of Pentacles on the messages that came for you here on the financial side. It's a lot of abundance. It's a lot of understanding. It's a lot of knowledge I think you can bring to the situation to manifest your future. I think there's a huge amount that you can actually create, not just for you, but for lots of other people that are around you. And it's presenting you this whole sort of, once you start bringing forward that knowledge, it's like the little seeds that you can keep planting perpetually for your own personal gains in the future. Okay, so that's the energy that you're putting out. Let's have a look at what happening to the energies of the world that is around you. And this could be people, situations, finances, and everything like that. Let's just see what's going on with the general energies on your relationship side. You get I think you're pointing into the future here. You're spearheading, as I said, the overall energy is really spearheading into life and living life. And you get the Page of Wands there, which goes so beautifully with the Page of Swords. And it's that childlike energy with the Page of Wands that you can get. And that's where your fire comes into play, Gemini. As I said, there's a lot of fire within you in your Astroflower. On your karmic path, on your relationship side, you get the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Strength card. This is beautiful. This is you putting your foot on the accelerator and making life actually start working for you. And just feeling, I've got nothing to lose. Go for it. You've got nothing to lose now. Good quality work going on with the Eight of... Oh, look at that. With the Eight of Pentacles, you get the Eight of Swords. And this is what's coming in from the world around you. Sometimes the world doesn't want you to change because it makes them feel like that they're doing well. And I think there's... the world's not going to... life is not going to kind of just put it all on a plate for you. So life is sort of kind of going, if you want it, you're going to have to move me out of the way. And as I said here, this is exactly what I said. You said you kind of like going, you got to go to the universe. You got to kind of go, come on, give us a bit of space. And I think you need to do that. And you're going to showcase this good quality work from within you and get yourself out of a mindset. There's that mindset there. That's the Four of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands. In the past, you have learned a great deal. Yeah, you have a lot of attributes. Now with that learning, don't just give it out willy-nilly. Be very selective about it. Work towards this Two of Cups. And with the Two of Cups, you get the Seven of Cups. Getting in alignment with yourself is actually it's like an obvious pathway. There's only one cup that's giving you water on this card. The emotions, the true emotions of what you want to be living. And so therefore, it's an evident path that you should be following. It's just for you, Gemini. It's your pathway, and you are creating it. And once you do, this is where you can really be open to love on a whole new scale, on a whole new aspect. And with the Page of Swords, you get the Two of Pentacles. Seeing what works, how things work. It's revealing a lot to you of how to convert your ideas into reality of what sort of life you wish to lead and live. And it blows beautifully well for you. It really does. It's a good driving force here. It makes things very clear for you going forward. So once it's clear for you, then you can be clear with other people, and that's when the relationships around you can really take off. And I think they're due to take off, but there is a sort of revolution, as I said, happening from within you. On your financial side, you get the Queen of Pentacles. Was that Queen of Pentacles not out there somewhere else? No, maybe no, it's King of Pentacles at the top. Okay, so with the Queen of Wands on the overall energies, you get the Queen of Pentacles as well. And the Queen of Pentacles she knows that tree is going to bear fruit, and that's what that pentacle is all about. And this is where you can understand the magic of life and being very concentrated on one thing when you need to be concentrated on it. So basically, if I was planting, let's say I'm planting tomatoes, at the beginning, I've got to plant the seed. They need a lot of care and attention. But once it starts growing and before the fruit is actually there, yeah, they do need care and attention, of course, but nowhere near as much. And then when the fruit comes, I've got to be much more attentive to them again. And so it has periods of being attentive of aspects of your life in regards to your business and your projects. So concentrating on one part of the business whilst allowing another part of the business just to grow by itself. And being a lot more sure about it and trusting in yourself. But it is where you've got to eventually go after that judgment thing. You are manifesting great happiness. And I think this is what the universe wants for you. This is what the world wants for you. This is what your karma wants for you. It wants you to explore your evident path, your righteous path of where you should be going. And that's that judgment card there, up the top there. And that's your future. I think it should be driven by happiness. On your connection to the universe and the people that are around you. As I said, there's one or two people around you that you can bounce ideas off, that I think you can actually trust. And yes, it's going to take a bit of a leap of faith for you. But it's worth taking. And I know you believe in the world. I know you believe in humans. But this is not believing in the generalness and the general love. This is believing in someone else to have your back. And I think this is where it'd be good for you to actually, look at that exercise there to open up the doorway of what you want to be doing in your coming future. As I said here, it's like, I'm getting there. No, the world around you is saying, you've got to go quicker than this. You're not going quicker enough, Gemini. This transition needs to happen. And it should be built out of your happiness and what makes you happy. And this is, once you start getting into that, it's going to be so obvious for you as you go forward. Look at that. You've now got the King of Cups, King of Pentacles twice on the same side here with your Judgment card. That is just really, really powerful stuff. Sorry, it's that card in the middle. That's what I wanted. It's really, really powerful stuff for you. There's a lot of understanding, a lot of sort of knowledge that comes from you, from within you. And this builds a lot of confidence within you as well to follow that pathway. And that's what you should be manifesting with the, your happiness. It's going to make you happy. There's a lot of sort of learned aspect to the King of Pentacles, that they like to actually do things, construct things, build things, create things within the community, with other people. And I think this is what you will enjoy in that. And once you do step into that power, that's when you're going to get a lot of healing. And that's when you can allow things to go really, really quickly. in the future, or in the lessons that you learn from this week here, the world is offering you healing as if you just step into your own personal power, basically, more than anything else. Okay? Let's just see what's going on with the energies in the universe that is around us at the moment, and just see how that's going to be affecting your flower, the elements within your flower. So yes, let's just move on to that, onto the sun. We have in front of us, we have the sun here, as you can well see. We got these sunspots that have been coming off, and during this week here, there's been a lot of eruptions. I did say on the energy update that there was going to be an uptick in the prana energy coming through the system into from the sun into the earth and into you and me in the October period. I was saying that back in May and June, and it seems to have been kicking back in nicely. And so there's been quite a few eruptions. You'll see around here, this is the main point here. There was an X9 eruption, which is probably the biggest eruption we've seen in YouTube sort of history. There it sort of pops off there, I think. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3. There it is. So it brings a lot of fire and air, but there's already a lot of air in the system. And luckily for you, Gemini, you are mainly fire and air. Well, really air and fire, but you have a lot more fire in your system, as you will see in a minute, than actual air. And this is where the revolution is coming into you. I still think air is... oh no, hang on a second. You didn't see any of that, did you? Okay, let's not. So here's the sun here that's coming off, coming round this week here. And these are the sunspots that we're mainly concerned about. There's been doing some really big eruptions over the past week. There was one just went off there. It had an X7 and an X9 with an M flare as well. And that's the main sort of region there. And it's been charging this air energy. Has been picking up and picking up and picking up all the time this week. But it's combined with a little bit of fire energy. And this fire energy plays well within you. But within your flower, and you'll see in a minute within your flower, it does create a bit of a revolution within you. So that fire energy that's been coming off, we know it's heading in our direction because we've seen that on the LASCO. So this is like the heliosphere. There it goes. There's the X-flare there. And it blows off in like a tunnel towards you. It really does. Towards the Earth, as it were. So it's going to be a definite hit. But there is not a lot of ejector. So it's still pushing a lot of the air. And it's basically saying here, with you as an Astroflower, let's just see the sequencing, because it's also important to see that as well. We've got this uptick here that you can see, and this uptick has been background vibration with that fire energy, and that background vibration is that air that has been pushing through. We had the M flare there, then we had an X7, and then we had the X9. But it's like if you've got a lot of oxygen and then all of a sudden you put a bit of fire in there, what are you going to get? It's going to explode, isn't it? So within you, and this is why I think there's a real revolution happening within your life. Let me just pick up your Astroflower. There it is there. And within you, it's creating a real bit of revolution throughout your life. So as you can see here, you've got this mutable air, that's part of your sign, and then you have the mutable fire at your base. But look at all this other fire that you have within you. You have this fixed fire that goes up here and comes through your relationship side, connecting your past to your future, which seems to be really important. And then you've got this cardinal fire that comes through you there, which comes from Aries, which gives you much more sort of direction within your financial world. So this is where you can work to a plan and work to a longer career or longer business. It's not really short termism. There's long-term goals in all of this. But look at the base there as well with your fire, with your sign, you have that fire at your base. So you have fire in everything at your base here. And then it goes into the transition between the past and the future. So this is where I think that's a whole sort of revolution that is happening from within you. And it is you who are giving birth to a whole new way of doing things. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to pull some cards on here, on this section here, and it seems to be for most people, most signs at the moment, to see what that transition is between the past to the future. So let me just bring your cards back up. Here we go. We got your cards back up here. And as you can see on your relationship side, you've got the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles in your past. But look at that in the future. 2 of Cups, 7 of Cups. The optimism in the future is phenomenally different to what you've got in the past. Here in the past, you've got the 6 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. And in your future, you've got the King of Pentacles and the Judgment card there. It gives you a real direction, and that's what that cardinal fire is doing, and it's bringing into your life. And as I said, I'm not sure you're going quick enough for the intake of energy that is going to be coming our way from Sunday or from today. As you see this reading today, should already be here with us. Should be seeing effects on the magnetic field on the KP index. But let's just pull a few cards on this. I want to pull on what's going on the relationship side to start with. First of all, you get the Empress here, and I think this is that solid consistency in the fixed fire that runs through you, that fixed energy. She has a control over her emotions, as you can well see. She's sat on a log with or there's a cushion there with in the shape of a heart, and she brings in lots of different vibrations in from different areas, but combines it into ultimate success. And it does create, makes you it makes that energy very desirable by others. If you go after what you want, you become incredibly desirable. And it's giving you the choice here. With the 2 of Swords, it's sort of saying, you take it or leave it, but it's nothing without you. Life is nothing without you, and living it fully is worthwhile. If you don't, I think this is okay. So this is what the energy is doing here. This is fantastic. It's giving you a choice. In the middle, you got the 2 of Swords. That is the choice. On one side, you got the Empress being incredibly desirable, combining a lot of things, manifesting a lot of things, creating a lot of things in your life. Or you got the 10 of Wands. You've got to go from the past to the future. Your future, your happiness is only in your future. Otherwise, it's just reminiscing. And I think this is it's a revolution that's happening within you. Let's just see what's going on in this cardinal energy. You get the Knight of Cups, which is really good. I think, as I said, this energy bringing into your financial world at the moment is giving you direction. And it's bringing in that cup, bringing in that beautiful energy. It's an offering that's coming into you to decide to engage in your own personal judgment, and gives you that direction. This is you, the King of Swords. So with that Knight of Cups there, an offering that comes in from the universe or the vibration, the prana energy is giving you an opportunity for you to be you. And yeah, look at that. With the 4 of Wands there, it's a whole new, brand new paradigm for you. A brand new paradigm, which is absolutely brilliant. I think you're going to really enjoy it. Once you engage in it, it's going to make you feel totally at one with who you are. And this is about cutting that anchor. So going after a new job or going after a new business, changing things up in your life. I think this is a moment of consultation with people that are around you. But you can't hold off anymore, Gemini. It is within you to go after it. And the world will be a better place when you do. So, yeah, there you go, Gemini. Thanking you very much for being here. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Thank you very much for all the support you show to this channel. Don't forget about the energy updates that we do on this channel as well. If you want to know all about that, messages from the Earth, chakra sequencing, and also what's happening with the planar energies as well. Yeah, you'll be able to find that on this channel as well. In the meantime, all that's left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.